What's up, Hilltop Youth? Hi, my name is Matt. I just moved down here about a month ago, and I'm pretty excited to be down here. I've been walking the streets like I'm doing now the last month or so since I've been here, trying to get used to the area, kind of get a feel for what it's like. I'm particularly excited about getting to do some youth activities with Crossroads United Methodist Church when all that opens back up and we get a little bit back more towards normal. But until then, I've been looking at some different ways, maybe some opportunities to get involved with youth and talk about some things in their lives. One thing that we all think about are some of the big questions in life, like why do things happen to people? I'm sure some of you have had experiences where bad things have happened to you, to a loved one, maybe to a friend of yours. I'm going to cross the street here, so checking both ways. Maybe you wonder why certain things are happening in the world today. Why do we have problems with racial tension? Why do we see natural disasters in the world? COVID-19, why is this virus around and wreaking havoc in the world and changing our way of life? Well, sometimes that leads us to think about questions like God. Does God play a part in this? Is there even a God? And when we start talking about things like that, we start to ask these questions like, well, what is the meaning of all of this? Maybe, what is the meaning of my life? Other questions like, well, what is the purpose of my life? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Why am I here? Why are these things happening to me? I mean, these are all big questions that we think about, whether you're 13 years, 30 years old, or 80 years old. So, regardless of where you're at in the age spectrum and where you may be at in terms of belief in God, these are pretty important things to discuss. So I'm really excited to talk about this study, a book study that we're going to be doing with youth at Powell United Methodist Church. And this is going to be done remotely with Zoom, so we can all connect via video. And the nice thing about this is we're going to all have the ability to talk about some of these big questions. It's going to be a safe space, meaning that regardless of where you're at, whether you believe in God or not, whether you have some of these big questions, we're going to have the opportunity to discuss that. And we're going to do it using this book called Letters from a Skeptic. Let's see if I can turn this thing around here. And this book is a series of letters between a father and a son, and they ask all the big questions. Questions like, why has Christianity done so much harm? Why is the world full of suffering? Does God know the future? Is God all powerful? Why believe in God in the first place? So we're going to use these as some ways to really start some conversation about what's going on. And I hope you would consider joining us. There's going to be a high school and a middle school group. Each of them are going to meet separately. I'm going to be leading the high school group and sitting in on the middle school group. But I hope you'll consider joining us. If you look in the link below this video, you'll have, or the description below the video, you'll have all the information about the study, how to register. Please register and sign up. And the cool part is you get a free book. So as soon as you do this, I'll get with you and figure out how to get you a book. This will be starting really next week, and we'll be going for 6 weeks and probably a little bit more if we want to. So don't worry if this is if you're coming into this even partway through the study, no worries. Come and join us. We'd love to have you. Anyway, I hope to see you soon, and really looking forward to getting to know some people down here.